it's Taiwan's flagship talent recruitment program. And what it means is Taiwan's looking for highly qualified professionals from all over the world to come to Taiwan. We want them to come to Taiwan, to live, stay, and work in Taiwan. So there's many ways to do this. Every country has a lot of different immigration and visa programs. So the Gold Card is Taiwan's most flexible, and actually it's the most sought after visa card right now. Essentially, it's a resident and work visa. So what that means is once you get it, you can come and stay in Taiwan. You can work in Taiwan. It allows you to stay in Taiwan for up to 3 years. So the validity of the card is 3 years. And most importantly, it allows you to have an open work permit. So most work permit programs, as you know, around the world, it's sponsored by an employer. It could be sponsored, or you have to have a business there, or you need to invest. The Taiwan Gold Card, you do not need those. So based on your professional qualifications, if you qualify for the Gold Card, you can come to Taiwan, work for an employer, work for yourself, freelance, or any of the above. So there's quite a high flexibility around the program. So that's how we hope we can help to attract more foreign professionals to come to Taiwan. Along with the many benefits of the Gold Card, there's no obligation. So it's one of those visas you can apply for. If you get it, you're not required to stay in Taiwan any specific amount of time. Obviously, we welcome you to stay as long as possible. But if you feel like, it's not a card you have to use in a certain amount of time, but within the 3-year window, you can come whenever you want and then stay until the 3 years are up. After the 3 years are up, you can obviously renew. And one additional benefit is if you've been in Taiwan for the 3 years, then you're eligible to apply for permanent residency. So we're pretty confident that once you come here, you'll like it and you'll want to stay as long as you can. So that's the way the program is designed. Oh, there's quite a few actually. So, I'll reiterate it first again. It's the open work permit. So that's the huge benefit that's different from many other cards. But besides that, if you are working in Taiwan, there is a tax benefit that you can be eligible for. So if you're working in Taiwan and you meet a certain salary, then you will be able to get a tax benefit. It's also your family can also come with you. So if you have a spouse and children dependent on you, they can also receive resident visas. Sorry. So the spouse and children can stay in Taiwan the same amount of time as you. Obviously, they can come to Taiwan to attend school and so forth. As a resident of Taiwan, you're also eligible to join Taiwan's national health insurance. So Taiwan's very well known for its medical practices. The hospitals are great. It's very affordable. So once in Taiwan under the resident visa, if you're part of the NHI program, essentially most of your medical needs are subsidized by the government. So again, this is why the Taiwan government has spent a lot of time on making sure the process is as friendly and flexible as possible. Most visa programs, you would need to visit an immigration office or go through an immigration lawyer. The Taiwan Gold Card, you can actually apply for it by yourself. So the entire process takes place online. But the difficult part is to understand the program is based on your professional qualifications. So what that means is there's over 10 different fields of industries that you would need to first select. And then under each field of industry, there is a criteria that you should try to find to fulfill. So I'll give a few examples. So the field of industries are quite broad. So it could be science and technology, it could be finance. So once you select your field of industry, then you select one of the criteria to fulfill. In total, there's over 76 criteria, so I'm not going to go over all of them. So the entire process is basically you log into the platform, you provide your basic information, your passport copy and so forth, and then that qualification. As I mentioned, so if you're qualifying under salary, for example, then you would provide a tax statement. So that shows, it's a document that proves that you've been earning X amount of money for the past X amount of years. And you would also provide a employment certificate So what that is just a proof of employment from your employer. So the most difficult part is actually trying to find out that criteria. And that's kind of where the Gold Card office comes in. So we have a website at goldcard.nat.gov.tw that talks about all of the qualifications. But most importantly, our help desk email is on there. So if you have any questions, reach out to my team and then we'll help you to find the right criteria for you. Right, so Taiwan has indeed been focusing on a lot of what they call the 6 core strategies. And one of those fields is the green energy. So under the Gold Card field of field of economy, there's one criteria that's actually, so I'll have to read this out, it's a bit long. So those who have held a specialized or interdisciplinary position in the following fields for manufacturing or related technology services. So under this, it's included semiconductors, optoelectronics, information and communication hardware, biotechnology, precision machinery, or green energy company. So what that means is if you've been working in green energy and can prove that you've been working there for at least 8 years, and so as I mentioned, if you're able to get a certificate of employment from your company to prove that, combined, you have 8 years of experience in green energy, that would serve as your qualification. So you would qualify under this. It's criteria number 4 under the field of economy. Taiwan is one of Asia's best kept secrets, I think. It's not the first destination on many people's minds, but once people come here, they realize what a great place to live, how convenient it is, how safe it is. It's one of those cities, it's very hard to explain, especially online, but it's one of those places where if you come here, everyone's very friendly, and we forget how important that is. Just being on the streets, if you're lost, if you forget something, that if the people around you are supportive and friendly, it makes your life much more positive. Taiwan's one of those places where if you forget to lock your bike, if you lose your phone on the taxi, nothing will happen. The taxi drivers will track you down to give you back your phone. I've left bikes, I don't recommend this, but if you happen to leave your bike overnight, it will still be there in the morning. That's very rare for a lot of urban cities. And to have that kind of comfort, and so this extends into business as well. People are friendly, their coworkers are, they'll try to help you out, make sure you have a good time in Taiwan. If you don't know where to go on weekends, there's plenty of hiking, plenty of exploration of nature. Taiwan's still an island, so we're surrounded by water. So there's a lot of water activities. You can go jet skiing, surfing. Taiwan's actually very well known for surfing as well. So it's these things outside of work that actually, provide the whole package that I think makes Taiwan one of Asia's best kept secrets.